Hey guys, my name is Galina. In this video, we're gonna actually be talking about how to do a lash extension set from beginning to the end. I'm gonna show it to you guys with pictures and videos for demonstration. I just wanna give you guys like a overview of all the steps. So in case you guys have done the training and it wasn't very clear, or have done another type of training with another company, it wasn't very clear, or if you just have not done the training and you're interested to know what the steps are in a training lash application, I'm gonna give you guys the steps that are required, and then so be sure to watch until the end, and if you guys haven't subscribed already, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. We're trying to give you guys as many tips and tricks as we can to make your lash journey a little bit easier. Okay, so let's start. So the step number one, what is the step number one when the client comes and lies on your table, on your lash table? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to evaluate their lashes. This is one of the most important steps because you want to ensure that you're assessing the client's lashes properly. If the client has a lot of broken lashes, their lashes are too weak, or they have a lot of damage for whatever reason, sometimes you may need to turn the client away and not do their set. So don't underestimate this step. It is extremely important. It's extremely important to educate the client as well. Take that extra time, take that extra 10-15 minutes to just educate them about aftercare, about making sure that they're washing their lashes, making sure they're not ripping them out, making sure that they're just that they're aware of all the necessary steps that are required to ensure proper retention. Because at the end of the day, if they're gonna come back with poor retention problems, normally they're gonna blame the lash artist. They're not gonna blame themselves. They're just gonna say that your lashes didn't last. And so that's why it's super important to assess their lashes first of all, and second of all, educate them. Now, the next step is going to be washing their lashes with a special lash shampoo. You want to ensure that you do this step because it's really going to greatly improve your client's retention. Normally, because there's a lot of oil buildup, even when the clients say that they wash their lashes, very often you're still going to end up finding mascara. You're still going to find that there is like debris and residue. So it is always better, if you have the time, to do a proper cleanse, and it shouldn't take you longer than like 10 minutes normally. So then the step number two, after you have done the washing of the client's lashes, will be to apply primer to the client's natural lashes. So if you're doing a refill, you're actually going to just apply primer on the lashes as well as the client's natural lashes as well as their extensions. But if you're doing a full a brand new full set, you're just gonna prime the lashes entirely with micro brushes, ensuring that you cover the lashes with primer, making sure that you are only taking a very tiny amount, ensuring that you're not oversaturating the micro swabs, because if you oversaturate them, it's going to get into the client's eye, it's going to burn and make it uncomfortable for them. So if you're ever interested in checking out our lash primer, it's going to be linked in the description of this channel. So after you have done priming the lashes, you can dry them with a fan, or you can just wait a couple of minutes just so to ensure they're properly dried. And then the next step, what you're going to do is you're actually going to apply the patches. So you're going to ensure that you apply the patches properly, making sure that you're getting all of the lower lashes, that they're covered. And you can also secure the lower lashes with a little bit of tape. You can use breathable tape, or you can use any kind of tape for lash artists normally. So that is the next step that you will do, ensuring that the client is comfortable. Always ask them if the patches are bothering them. A lot of clients, if you apply the patches too close to their eye, the inner corner, they might complain of burning. So you want to ensure that they're comfortable. So it's important to like readjust the patches if it needs to be readjusted. So the next step is actually going to be to map out your lash set. So this is really important. A lot, you know, initially some lash artists may skip this step, but it actually is very helpful because especially when you're just starting out, you're kind of it's hard to think of the 10 things that you like, different things that you have to do. You have to isolate, you have to ensure that you're fast enough with the glue, you have to think of the humidity in the room. So there's just so many things that are going through your mind. It's anything that will simplify the process is going to be very helpful. So if you have the numbers written down on the patches, this will really help because you're gonna remember, okay, this is 7C I need to put in the inner corners, and then in the middle I have 10C or 10D. So it's just gonna help you out tremendously. So don't forget to map out your lash set. It's really going to help a lot. Now, the other thing that is extremely important, the next step is going to be isolation. So you can isolate very, like, this is one of the steps that a lot of lash artists have trouble with in the beginning, because it is definitely very difficult to work, especially if you're like not used to working with that hand. Like let's say you're left-handed and you have to work with your right hand, or vice versa. It can get a little bit tricky. So when you're using both tweezers to isolate, you want to angle your tweezers downwards towards the lashes, and at the same time you'll angle your pickup tweezers upwards, okay, by lifting and moving the lashes away, because you're trying to create a field of vision to ensure that you're able to visualize the lashes, the lash that you're trying to isolate. So you're really you're trying to lift it up, and to ensure that your that it's perfect in your field of vision, that the lash that you're going to be working on is going to be in your field of vision. Okay, so then the next step is going to be to dip the lash extension in the glue. So while you're holding the extension from its tapered end, dip the extension into the adhesive. You have to make sure that you have the perfect balance between too much and not enough adhesive. If you have too much, you can create stickies, which is going to be very uncomfortable for the client, and it's just going to ensure that you get stickies. And then the other end of the spectrum is if you're not putting enough adhesive, that is going to cause retention problems, because the client's lashes are actually going to fall out. So the next step after this is going to be to isolate and apply the lash extension. So as you're still isolating with your non-dominant hand, you're going to swipe the lash extension on the natural lash. The best is actually using the wrapping technique, because it's going to ensure that you have the best retention. The wrapping technique is when you actually try to wrap the foot of the fan onto the client's natural lash, and so it's going to be very flush like this, and it's going to kind of wrap around. So the retention should technically be stronger if done correctly. So, and it's also important to ensure that there's no gaps when you're applying the extension on the natural lash, because and that the adhesive has spreaded smoothly, because that once again is going to help with retention as well. Okay, so so after you have done this, you want to also really think about making sure that the lash extension is anywhere from 0.5 millimeters to 1 millimeter from the eyelid, nothing more or less. If it's closer to the eyelid than 0.5 millimeters, it's gonna poke the client and make it very uncomfortable. If it's further away from the eyelid, what can happen is issues with retention and drooping of the lashes into the client's eye, making it very uncomfortable as well. So always keep that in mind as well. The next step after now you're going to continue doing the isolation, the placement, and dipping into the glue and applying the lashes. So towards the end, another step that is extremely important to not remember, sorry, not to not remember, is to look for stickies. So some lash artists tend to look for stickies throughout the set. I find that if you do that, it wastes a lot of time. So I think one of the techniques that is really good is actually doing it towards the end, because then you're just doing it once, and even if it takes you, let's say, 5 to 7 minutes, it's fine. Basically you just want to make sure you look for stickies and remove them using the banana peel technique. Once this is done, what you're gonna do is you're gonna dry the lashes with the lash fan, okay, and you're gonna dry them for about 2 minutes, and then what we like to do is apply the super bonder. It's just applied to the adhesive, like where the glue is on the natural lash. You're just gonna apply the super bonder to those spots, and then what you're gonna do is dry again with the lash fan, ensuring that everything is dried for about 5 minutes. So the super bonder is actually going to cure the adhesive. It's going to cure it faster, and it eliminates the need to use a nano mister. So you actually don't need to use a nano mister when you use the super bonder, which is great. So this is actually going to be the end of the set. Hopefully your clients love their lashes, and you know, if they are having any issues like with retention or anything like that, just be sure to educate them so that they know to reach out to you and ask you any questions that they may need to ask. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, please let us know below. If you guys want for us to talk about any other topics, also please let us know, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up and like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.